Hey, this is Digital Dave with another cryptocurrency and blockchain update. Today is November 17th, 2021 on the beautiful island of Koh Samui, Thailand. And it is a beautiful day, even though it's raining. It's been raining for 5 days straight, essentially. I say it's a beautiful day because reality is all about how you perceive things. It's 80 to 90% perception is your reality. So if you change your mindset and say, even if it's raining or if it's sunny or if it's snowing or if it's not snowing, it's still a beautiful day because you're above ground. If you're watching this, I can guarantee it, you're above ground. And we're put on this earth for a purpose. And if we fulfill that purpose, we're going to be uplifting, we're going to be positive, because when we figure out what that purpose is and we strive towards that and we ignore the naysayers, we go forward, we complete our missions. You have to figure out what your mission is. I'm pretty clear on what mine is, and I've talked about it in my Patreon. And you guys, if you want to join Patreon, that's fine. There's a lot of videos. This is the first public video I've done in a long time. My videos as of late have been in members only in Patreon. And it's not some kind of tactic to get you to join. You can join or you not join, that's fine. But what I try to do is I try to offer the most maximum amount of value that I possibly can in the Patreon. That's been my business philosophy since I've been a business owner, entrepreneur since I was, you're going to think this is so funny, but preteen, I was selling things when I was first, second grade to my fellow students in grade school. First grade, second grade, I was like 7 years old or something like that, 8 years old. And I was selling stickers to my classmates, making a profit, because my neighbor used to work at a jeans factory and he used to give us these free stickers, and I was selling to my teammates to make a little bit of money. And then when that supply ran out, then I bought bubble gum, brought bubble gum to class and sold that and marked that up a little bit. That's the way it worked. I've been entrepreneur since I was 8 years old. So, and then I became a serious entrepreneur when I was 25, because I haven't worked for someone. Actually, I think I was 30 years old. I was almost 30 years old was the last time I was employed. And then after that, I've been a full-time entrepreneur ever since. It takes a special mindset, but you can adjust that mindset. When you figure out what your goal is, you can laser focus about what you're going after. I think that it depends. I originally got into crypto because I said, hey, there's going to be money to be made in this crypto space, because I bought XRP at less than a penny, and saw it go up to $3 plus that same year. So I was an early XRP investor, and there's some other stories. You guys probably know my other stories too, but I said, hey, there's money here. Then I realized my mission was like, okay, this is more than just making money. This is about decentralization versus centralization. So this is the goal here, is what we want. Most of us anyways, we want decentralization. It means that not just one entity or a couple of entities or several entities control your life. You control your life yourself. That's essentially what decentralization is about. So this is why I'm really, really driven about the whole blockchain space. Okay, let's talk about blockchain. The market is down, but that's the way it works. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. These 10, 20% drops, it's nothing in the crypto market. If you've been in this space as long as I have, it's like nothing. You buy the dip if you can, or you just wait, because I got into crypto early 17, and I went through all the cycles, and I know how these cycles work. And it's a psychological game. Once, if you can win that psychological game, then you're not going to panic if you see red on your blockfolio. You're not going to panic. If you have dry powder, then you celebrate and you buy more if you can. Not financial advice, of course, but it's all about the mindset. The people that's going to make it in this space are going to have the proper mindset. The people that are not going to make it, the people that get impatient, they say they bought the top of a certain coin or a certain purchase they didn't work out, and then they start pointing fingers at everybody else. When you change that mindset, and when you realize that, okay, things are not going to always work out as planned, buy the dip, dollar cost average in, or just be patient and do one of those three things, the proper mindset is going to win. I always look at this as the Warren Buffett approach. You buy and you just wait. You buy again and you wait. If it dips, you buy even more and you just wait. If you can't buy more, you just continue to wait. Time's going to win. Time and patience is going to win this game. Okay. We still have some cryptos that are poised to do extremely well. And we still got a lot of juice left in this bull market. And I've been saying this for a long time, and other people are starting to catch on a little bit now, that I just don't see this bull market crashing in next month, December or January, it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy a little bit because people are going to be anticipating that. There might be some big sell-offs next month or in January. But I think that we're going to see a continued bull market into 2022. It's hard to say, we're going to have a big pullback or a big crash or whatever, but I think it's going to go through Q1 of 2022. I could be wrong about that. So this is never financial advice, but I could be wrong about that. If you can sleep better and we start seeing parabolic increases, then you can start taking some of your initial investment out. I wouldn't sell all. People that's going to sell all when they think is the top may end up buying back at a higher price. That's just the way it works for a lot of traders. Not all. There's some really smart ones out there too, though. I'm just, Warren Buffett is one of the smartest investors of all time. Just follow the smart people. Success leaves clues. If Warren Buffett's, if he's a patient investor and buys for the long term and doesn't swing trade, that's good enough for me. Anyways, do what you got to do. If trading works for you, swing trading works for you, then go for that. Okay. So this is never advice for you. This is only advice for myself because I'm just kind of talking to myself here. So, the best way to kind of sense a top or a temporary top is when your friends start calling you up that you haven't heard from in 3 years. That signifies a near top, at least temporarily, or a short-term top. Just keep that in mind. If people start calling you out of the blue, wanting to buy Shiba Inu, or whatever. That's one of the most popular coins in the world, by the way, more popular than Ethereum is Shiba Inu. But they want to know how to buy SHIB. Okay, it might be a temporary market top there. Keep that in mind. What's going on? We've got NFTs going on, and I posted in the Patreon group about. I know a lot of you guys are like, I'm not ready to learn about NFTs. It's too early. I guess you guys can timestamp this video because NFTs are going to be huge and everybody's going to have an NFT within a decade of some sort. Maybe not just having an NFT as a collector piece, but an NFT could get you into your Tesla vehicle or some other. Hopefully we should have flying cars by then. We should have flying cars 20 years ago. Certain things got in the way though. All right, so NFTs, just realize this is like talking about Bitcoin 10, 11 years ago when you talk about NFTs now. Let me just go over that real quick because I know a lot of people are interested in NFTs. Some people are not. So you can just kind of use this as entertainment or whatever you need to do. But Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, those are going for close to about $200,000 now. They're just going up exponentially. Jimmy Fallon bought a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, and it was $160,000 as a floor price for that NFT, and it went up to 200. But there was an NFT that I talked about in the group just a few days ago, and it's already doubled in value in 4 days. It's an NFT called, and this is not a sponsorship. They didn't ask me to talk about it. I've done my research on this NFT project. It's called Doodles, and I believe Doodles could potentially be. Well, it's already. Let me give it the price later, but Doodles could eventually be 100,000 in the future. Could be. Let me tell you I'll tell you why I think it is. There's the creators behind Doodles. At least one of them, or maybe the team is. They were the Crypto Kitties, and they know how to make it work. And the artwork is kind of pretty cool too. It also has a use case. I think it's a DAO also. But when I talked about Doodles in the group 4 days ago, it was $5,600 for the floor price of one Doodle. It is now doubled. It's more than $11,000 for, it's actually exactly doubled. It's almost $12,000 for one Doodle NFT. They're limited to 10,000. It's all about, limited edition. Obviously, if you have a limited edition, it helps. 10,000 is kind of a lot, but not really. The Bored Ape Yacht Club, 10,000 pieces. They're now $200,000 each. I believe Doodles could be potentially really, really big. And I'm not an NFT expert. This is only information that I've gathered. I've been researching a lot about NFTs. I'm not an NFT expert by any means, but I've spoken with some experts about that. So it's crazy what the Doodles have done. Let me switch on to, a lot of people are aware of the Secret Pineapple Society NFTs on ThetaDrop.com. This is another one I was excited about. What I did when I saw that Mitch Liu from Theta, the CEO of Theta Networks, was tweeting about it, talking about it. He even used one of the pineapples as his avatar on his Twitter profile. I said, okay, this is going to be big. And I went in, I tweeted the Secret Pineapple Society about their drop, which happened a few days ago. It did extremely well, sold out in moments. They initially sold 888 NFTs out of 8888. So they released 10%. They're going to release the remaining 90% approximately in just a couple of days from now. So go to thetadrop.com, check that out. If you want to get a Secret Pineapple Society, we call it SBS for short. The floor price for those is they were purchased for $200. The floor price at the last time I checked is now $1,100 for an open pack, or it's like in a little jar thing. $1,100 minimum. One sold for the highest price so far, at the time of this video, one sold for $25,000. And now the other, in a few days, the other 90% is going to be released. So the floor price will obviously be lower than $1,100. But I just have a good feeling about the SPS that it potentially could be like a really big thing. And I'm going to go down as history as probably they're the first person to make price projections for NFTs. I told my group, I said, I think this SPS on Theta, the SPS on it. What am I trying to say? The SPS NFT on Theta Drop in a year from now will probably have a floor price of $5,000, and that's from a $200 investment. Now, this is NFA. And the reason I do price projections, it's always going to be wrong, but I use this as a guide because, if they continue with a roadmap, they do have a roadmap. If they continue with a roadmap, and if this gets picked up by media, and if it definitely gets picked up by mainstream media, it's off to the races, then we should see easy $5,000. If they just decide suddenly they're not going to support the community, they're going to go quiet or whatever, then no, we won't see 5,000. So 5,000, when I do these price projections, this is based on current sentiment. This is sentiment. I mean, that covers everything. There's not really a price history for something that was released a few days ago. But I look at sentiment as a really, really big thing. Community and sentiment is such a huge factor on how things can move and where things could go eventually. That as SPS already sold for 25K kind of tells me that I think that we should have a minimum price of about 5K. If it's 1,000, if I'm wrong, if it's 1,000, I think you guys are gonna be okay with a 5X. If it goes higher than that, then if it goes to 10,000, for example, people say, well, Dave, you were wrong, but I'm really happy. So there's no wrong or right. These are just price projections about the way things are headed if they're on the current trajectory. Okay. All right. Pick up a SPS if you can. I'm not paid or promoted to do this. Actually, I tweeted about SPS before I even chatted with them. Then maybe they saw my tweet. I'm sure they did. They saw my tweet that I said, "Hey, get you guys get you an SPS NFT." Then they contacted me after that, and then they are giving away 3 SPS NFTs within the Patreon group. So you have a chance to win one of those if you're a member. And I know a lot of people have signed up. There's been many thousand. Well, not many. There's been a couple of thousand entries so far. All right, so there's that. Now, Ivory Jones, who created the Theta Warrior, which I thought was just great art. Ivory Jones has his NFT drop coming up on Theta Drop as well. The exact date is not determined. I believe it's going to be early December, but things can shift around all the time. It's projected to be early December. It's called the Thetaverse, and it's an interactive story type of NFT. So if you want to support Ivory Jones, which I think he's just a great artist, check him out. There's not been an official announcement of his yet, but he said you can go and release just a little bit of information about his Thetaverse NFTs. Again, it's an interactive type story kind of thing, and I'm anxious to see how that does. If you support these independent artists, and I think Ivory's a good guy, very talented guy, that's for sure. Let's check that out coming up. And I wanted to speak of NFTs. Let's talk about land. We've got Sandbox, which is really doing well. We've got Decentralization, which is the ticker of Mana. I did a consult with a client, I guess about a year ago or sometime last year, and they had a lot of Mana. And I've said before too, in like members only videos, I said when I look at someone's portfolio and they have Mana, this was a long time ago before it was a hot thing. I said, never sell your Mana. I don't own Mana. But when somebody's had it, I've never told them to sell it. So I think that's done okay. Sandbox and Mana, or Decentraland, I think is going to do well. Buying virtual land is like buying land in Manhattan, a couple of hundred years ago. And I put that, I said that in my group, and that other people are kind of mirrored that a little bit and on other channels. Virtual land, which is an NFT, is going to be the hot new thing. This is all part of the metaverse. Speaking of what Ivory's doing, this is all part of the metaverse or the Thetaverse. And having this virtual land, I think is going to be extremely valuable. I don't have any tutorials on buying virtual land. This is more things I'm digging into. But I'll tell you a couple of things that might be worth looking into for yourself if you're interested in buying these NFT virtual land plots. We've got Big Time is coming up maybe next year, I believe. Big Time has got some quote unquote big time developers behind it, Blizzard and some other devs that are behind it, former Blizzard developers, and some other. These are all AAA developers behind Big Time. Check that out. There's going to be the space token, and they got a whole ecosystem how that works. That's like, whoa. I mean, I can see how people, when they get in this whole metaverse, you're never going to see them again. They're going to be wearing their goggles and, sorry, if your kids are into this thing, you probably never be able to talk to them again. But maybe if you're a parent and have kids, you're gonna have to get into the metaverse just to chat with them and say, hey, dinner's ready. So just be prepared, it's good or bad, whatever it is. It's all about perception. Is the metaverse good? Is it bad? Up to you. There's gonna be fortunes gonna be made with these NFTs and NFTs in general, land NFTs, NFT art, like what I just spoke about, they're going to do really, really well. And if you can kind of start getting comfortable with some of the stuff, first thing to do is you put in a MetaMask wallet, install the extension on your browser, on your Chromium browser, go to OpenSea.io, and you can kind of look around. That's where you would buy Doodles or anything else, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, and many, many others. But this is where the future is. There's going to be these kids that are going to make so much money by farming NFTs within these games. The other game I really like is Illuvium. Illuvium just looks really, really cool. I love the graphics, I love the art style for that. And so they're going to have a land sale for that. I'm not sure, about the whitelist or anything like that, but I believe Illuvium is going to do extremely, extremely well. Axie Infinity is already doing really, really well. People that have NFTs in that, making a lot of money. So, so watch for those. What else? So you got Metaverse. We're talking Metaverse. Now DigiByte's getting into the whole Metaverse. They got DigiCorp Labs, who they're focusing on the corporate side of the Metaverse, the security side and the corporate side of the Metaverse. So DigiByte's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be a big player in this whole thing too. DigiByte's so boring. I've said before, boring cryptos will make you rich, but DigiByte's so boring. But people are just overlooking, I guess, or not excited about the security aspect of it. Security is paramount because there's just, you need to be able to secure your NFTs or your wallet or your crypto, your accounts. DigiByte's going to be the main driver behind that, in my opinion. So DigiCorp Labs, check the link in the description for the new updated website for DigiCorp Labs. They got an IDO at the DGMV token coming up. So check that out in the link below. I believe that's it. So we've got the NFTs. We've got let's see. I talked about Big Time. And I talked about Illuvium. There's one called Star Atlas too. And a lot of people are excited about Star Atlas. Check that out too. I believe that is, and I don't believe, I already know. It is in alpha stage right now. It is also in playable alpha stage right now, and you can actually trade right now in Star Atlas. Check that out if you're into the whole space theme. Illuvium has that kind of World of Warcraft kind of feel to it, and Big Time is, I don't know how you explain Big Time. Check it out. Go to bigtime.gg. Check it out. None of this is paid promotions. Nobody asked me to talk about anything. This is all. I do this because I want to. That's it. Last thing I want to talk about Crazy Cryptos. The website has been freshly updated, and you go to crazyforcryptos.com, and the site has a nice, just a brilliant look about it. I think it looks really great. On the front page, if you want to swap one crypto for another, if you want to buy Mana or Land or DGB or Theta or Tfuel or Uniswap or 200 other tokens, you can swap it with no account needed on crazycryptos.com. It's on the front page. And just, if you've never done an instant swap with no account needed, you can just do it right there live on the site. If you've never done it before, try with a minimum amount, which is like $10 or $20. Just practice, practice, practice. Patience wins. If you try to swap half a Bitcoin on your first try and you screw it up, then you've lost half a Bitcoin. You probably won't be able to get it back. So you want to just practice with it with a minimum amount. Be patient. The exchanges now just usually take moments, which is great to get these instant swaps on crazycryptos.com. So check that out. It's a really easy way to get these hot tokens. Like I said, mana is hot, sand is hot. Sand is hot, actually. Tfuel, I think Tfuel is going to do another big move. We got Theta's, the charts for Theta and Tfuel look really great. I know that people are getting really impatient. Oh, I bought it, $11. What do I do now? You wait. I bought Theta at 16 cents, and I saw it go down to 9. Actually, it went down to, I think it went down to a nickel for 12 minutes. And did I panic? No, I didn't panic. The cheapest I ever bought Theta was 9 cents. And my first buy was 16 cents. When I saw it, drop when it minus 3x in price, did I panic? Nope, not a bit. Goes for other things too. Cardano, I bought high. I bought Cardano a long time ago. I believed in Charles Hoskinson and his vision about Cardano at 90 cents. That was near the top back in the bull run. And then it just totally crashed down to a nickel, and scooped that up because I said, hey, this is like buying dollar bills for a nickel or 10 cents. And it turned out it was buying $2 bills for a nickel or 10 cents. But I think Cardano's going to do well too. They're going to have their own metaverse as well. Everything or every project just about is going to have their own type of metaverse. There's so much to cover. It's all in the group if you want to check it out. And hopefully I'll get more videos out more frequently, but I have been focusing on doing videos for the group first because that's my main priority. I always take care of my customers and clients first. That's just the way I've always done business. So, all right, that's all I got. I hope you can pluck some gems out of this video. I think there's something in here for everybody. It's a digital day. See you guys next time.